that jacket, you going in that jacket fire.
Bro, I'm feeling it too. Got me looking like a prophet.
That jacket fire. They got the African bees on it too. I'm just
That's
not
the
saying that.
Gamusi right there.
That shit fire.
Yeah, that's a lucky charm, protection, all of that. Well customized, bro.
Crazy in that.
There's a magic piece. I'm loving
it. It's
it.
a masterpiece, right?
And it's kind of warm, bro.
Is that cool, right? Yeah. That
Yeah,
shit fire.
it's kind of warm. And the hat,
And
too.
that hat. That hat. Somebody who you saw wearing that hat before, man?
Davido. I saw the good
Wearing the hat, man.
wearing the hat. And then guess what, bro? My sister is in mad love with this, bro.
Yeah, that's fire. Yo, everybody, welcome to Inner Files Podcast. It's your boy J Biz. I'm here alongside with my brother Nabil. And today we have a very, very special guest by the name of Holly. You understand? One of the biggest African designer in the world right now. Masterpiece. We have one of the biggest celebrities, some of the biggest African celebrities rocking his pieces, from Davido. The name goes on. So welcome to Inner Files. My brother, nice having you today with us to come sit down and talk with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm thankful for y'all having me.
Definitely. Yeah, my man. Let's just that kind of get into it, man. Now, how you feeling today, man? How you feeling,
Bro, in the space with a genius, a fashion guru, I'm super excited. It's great.
For sure. For sure. I appreciate that.
Definitely. I feel great. Yeah.
Yeah, my man. How you feeling today, my man? Come in here, sitting down with us to have a kind of conversation.
I feel great. You know what I mean? This was something when you hit me up about it, I think you hit me back in like December. I was like, this is something I really want to do. You know what I mean? It's very important to me. You know what I mean? The podcast. Honestly, I really don't even do podcasts, but I'm like, this is J Biz, this is LIB. I was like, I'm going to do it because I'm a little nervous. You know what I mean? I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't know how to talk.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, that fit you got on, my man. That tracksuit.
Yeah, man. It's that
representing the culture.
You see it, LIB.
Bro.
You know what I mean? 47. Coming soon. You
Bro,
know
that
what
tracksuit. When I see you post that tracksuit, I hit you up ASAP like, yo, my man, I need one of those, bro.
For sure.
Like, I need one of those, my man. So, like I said, big up to you, my man. Everything you've been doing so far, figuring how to push the culture, representing where you from. So just kind of give us a little background, like about you, how you tied to the Liberian culture, and like just talk about yourself a little bit with the people.
For sure. My name is Holly Andro. For short, I go by Holly. I'm a designer. I'm a storyteller. I'm a father, most importantly. And my big thing is just pushing African culture and uniting Africa as one. And I try to do that with all my work and all my pieces. Originally, I was born in Sierra Leone, West Africa. I'm also half Liberian. I have family members that are from Liberia, and, you know, we're neighbors. So like, I pretty much embraced that. I've always wanted to know who I was and where I come from. And, you know what I mean, growing up in America, I came to America in 98. And it was very hard. And I always wonder why, like, people look down on Africa. Because I always knew it was like, what's wrong with us? You know what I mean? So as I got older, I always wanted to do the history and figure out, like, you know, what's really good. Because I know what we got is good. So now it's like, as my creativity went up and I've gotten more, you know what I mean, equipped with a lot of things. So it's like now my message is trying to push the African culture forward and making Africa unite through clothes, you know what I mean? Because I was one of them kids that I'm not about to read no book in history classes. I'm not about to like learn about like the tea parties and all that. No, we want to learn the real. I want to know where we come from and, you know what I mean, everything. So like when I got to college, I dig deep into African studies and black studies. And I pretty much merged the two, fashion and history. And it's like all these garments that I'm making is history. You know what I mean? Something simple as, you know what I mean, putting LIB 47 on here. That'll let a young mind know that, you know what I mean, 1947, dates are very important. And, you know what I mean, colors and things like that. But it's very fly and you wear it. It's cool, but you're wearing history. You feel me?
But I think fly, I ain't gonna lie.
Wow. Well, that's beautiful. I mean, that's super amazing. Because, I mean, coming from Liberia and Sierra Leone, our brother and sister country that's share the same boundary from the West, that's super amazing. That's beautiful, bro.
For sure, 100%.
I mean, your work is great. We appreciate it. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. All your pieces are awesome.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
great.
you. I appreciate that.
So like right now, I'm wearing one of your pieces, right? And this piece is right here. This piece right here on me. I went into this piece here, but this piece here, this T-shirt on me right now, my brother. it has something to do with something that we all went through, right? When we first come from a country like like Liberia, Africa, the kids in America don't really understand because you know how the people have sold Africa to the black people. They tell in Africa animals running around and stuff like that, like all this jungle, wild, feed the kids type of stuff. So when you come to America, these little kids don't know. They start to bully you, start to call you out your name. Like they used to call me African booty scratcher, right? And now look at the shirt. Like I'm proud. If you was to call me African booty scratcher, I'll be okay with that because I'm cool. I feel like because right now like we're in a space where like Africa is like the cool now. You get it? All the girls,
100%.
All the girls in Atlanta, they tell you, yo, man, I'd rather them African niggas.
Yeah.
Like that's what they tell you now. So like how you feel to like to be at this time right now, like where we come from.
Yeah.
Where they used to bully us, talk down on us, man. How you feel right now and now I see you speaking through your clothing and things like that.
That piece that you're wearing actually that your story is kind of similar. That what inspired it. Because like I said, I came here in 98. I was 4 years old. So I went through elementary school, middle school, high school. I did all of my schooling in America. And up until like, honestly, probably like 9th grade, they looked down on us, right? And then I had a moment, it was December of 2023. I went to Ghana, right? Because I travel the world. Because, you know what I mean, it helps creatively. And Ghana was one of the places that I've been to. So while I was in Ghana, and I'm looking to my left, I look to my right, because I'm heavy on Instagram. So it's like all these influencers, like these, you know, Black American influencers, they all out there lit. You would have thought I was in Miami, I promise you. So it was right on New Year's, and I had a moment. I'm like, this is crazy. 5 years ago, you couldn't pay nobody to go to Africa. To be honest, we didn't even want to go back. You know what I mean? It was a time where we almost didn't even want to take ownership of our own selves. So I was just like, yo, we came a long way. So that piece, that's what inspired that piece, to show the evolution. And as you see like little details, that's why I refer to myself as a storyteller. As simple as that shirt looks, it has rhinestones for a reason, and it's shining because it shows like the evolution of how far we've come. And like you said, you know, they made people look down upon us because if you know, Africans was colonized up until like late 60s. You know what I'm saying? So like they controlled the narrative. Their idea of beauty was always like the European. When you looked at back in the days, you look at a beautiful woman, it was a European woman with smaller lips and fine hair, like anything but black, but African. But now that we're controlling the narrative, you know, they used to show the $1 a day feed an African kid, all that, you know. So it wasn't really their fault. So like, that shirt was kind of controversial because a lot of people's like it's trauma, and I didn't want people to think that's a shirt to put Black Americans against Africans because obviously they're the ones that was calling us that.
Yeah.
It was never their fault. At the end of the day, we know the oppressors, we know who's the fault. So that shirt is actually a dig deeper, and that's what I try to do with. I try to create things and dummy it down and make it simplified, but it's deeper. And for someone like you understood it right when you see it.
Definitely.
You was like, yo, I need that.
Need
something
that shirt.
simple. You feel me? So that's what that concept came from.
Wow. But that's super good, right? So the first time I saw this, right, I saw it with Young Moose. And
That's my brother. Shout out to Young Moose. By the way.
shout out to Young Moose.
Grammy Award winning Young Moose.
Yeah, Grammy Award winner. You know, you know one thing about Moose, he always bullshitty. He was like customized, skin straight out of flight, and all of that. He designed it well, and then he talked about you a lot, and then he gave me your Instagram. So I actually went on your page, bro. But what actually motivated me, and I saw that your life wasn't only about fashion, that you have passion for the youth. Because I saw you going to schools, talking to kids. I mean, telling people like about Africa, about their culture, about how they can do better, everything they put their mind, they can work it, they can achieve it, bro. I mean, like that inspiration, it's a blessing, it's a gift, bro. Because you don't get a lot of people in the space and in the field just doing that.
Yeah, it's a famous quote by one of my big inspiration. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Virgil Abloh. He was a Ghanaian American creative. And in my opinion, he reached the highest point that we can reach in this urban streetwear vibe. You know what I'm saying? He was the first menswear designer for LV before he died.
That's crazy.
And his big thing was like everything he do is for his 17-year-old self, and that really spoke to me. So this is why everything that I do, I think of like when I was 17 and misunderstood. I didn't have no one as cool. You know what I mean? Cool is subjective, but I like to think I'm cool. So I didn't have no one as cool as me talking to me. I didn't have nobody that looked like me. I didn't have nobody to break it down. You feel me? So that's why I always... anything I do, I try to think about the youth. I do it for the youth. I do it for the young people to let them know that it's obtainable. Because it was a time at 17, I remember 17 years old, in one of my computer classes, they're sitting there career day around the time we had to write what you want to do when you grow up, and I'm sitting there like emotional because it's like I know what I want to do, but it didn't sound right.
It sound right.
Like to me, it didn't sound right. Everybody's saying like cool ass shit. Like it's like, and I know I didn't want to be a failure. So like knowing that I'm doing it now, so I'm letting them know it's okay if you want to be a designer. You know, back then, thank God, like America now is like colorful and everybody's accepted. But back then, you know, people question your sexuality when you was like into clothes too much. You know what I mean? At my event, I was just talking about like back in the days when everybody in school was playing like on these websites playing like racing games, like boy type games. I mean, I had 2 tabs open. I had like a wrestling game up and like a dressing game. Most of those games was catered to more so girls. So you like, I'm in there dressing Ken. Ken is the boy version of Barbie. I'm not thinking about it sexually or sexuality. I know I've always been comfortable with myself. I'm a straight man, but I've always been in love with clothes and creating.
Fashion.
So that just lets me know like it's okay. So this is me letting the kids know it's okay if you like fashion. It's okay if you like the you know, coming from an African home. It's okay if you don't want to be a doctor. It's okay if you don't want to be a lawyer. It took me 5 years to go to college, but I always was designing. I always was creating. I didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't know the impact and how far I can take it. I still haven't taken it how far I can take it, but I'm not where I started. And so I just want to use my story and my work so the kids can look and like see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Like the kids in Liberia, the kids in Sierra Leone, the kids in just even in America, in the Phillies, the New Yorks, and just let them know you can be creative. You can have something as simple as an idea of like something, an African booty scratcher shirt, and you can reach the masses all around the world, and you can touch people from your work. You know what I mean? So that's why everything I do is for the youth.
That's key though, because you making pieces that can relate to people. We were having this conversation like earlier. Was talking about some things. It's always good to kind of figure out how to relate to somebody else when it comes to creating, because people got to feel whatever you giving out. They got to feel something that has to do with them, basically. So, like you talked about Ghana.
Facts. Yeah.
You talked about Ghana. Like, bro, I just came from Africa like a few months ago, right?
No, I was jealous.
Yeah, I was in Ghana. I was in Ghana for like 3-4 days, right?
Lit,
bro. I'm telling everybody.
I'm jealous too.
I'm telling everybody, Africa is the newest. Like, if you want to have fun,
It's on another level.
you want to have a good time. You don't want to be worried about if you get out the club, a cop gonna pull you over,
Nah.
a DUI. I'm not promoting DUI. I'm not. Please.
Ain't that
But
happening,
I'm just
bro.
saying, if you want to really have a good time, where you just want to enjoy yourself and go to Africa, go to Ghana,
100%.
Liberia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, whatever in Africa you go, you're gonna have a good
Great time.
So
Great
definitely
time.
had to highlight about that because, bro, like how you got inspired by this African
being-
blues
I'm a
scratcher,
dad in the
by
middle of a
being
party,
sick. Bro, when I was in Ghana, I was like, yo, what's happening here?
You went to Polo Beach Club?
I want to
Crazy.
pull. Let me tell you one thing I realized about Ghana, right? I go to
the
Miami.
A's.
I go to Miami and all that, right? I've never seen a lot of women in the same space, bro.
Yeah.
There was more women than men. I don't know. Men didn't have money to buy flights to go places.
Bro.
But you know, at the end of the day, girls is the one that's they.
And you know what?
Take that trip. They
Listen,
don't-
you know what fascinating about them? I don't know about you, Bass, but that low haircut stuff, that shit freaks the shit out of me for some
So
reason.
you like
I don't know.
You like the natural low
Like the
cut.
girls know.
I don't know,
it's
bro.
Fire.
So Holy, bro. I mean, a lot of people got dreams, bro, but they don't get to see the dreams becomes a reality because of pressure from family, friends, or like factions ain't gonna take you nowhere, bro. So at what point in your life that your dream actually become a reality for you, bro?
Honestly, I was just having a conversation with somebody in my DM. They was telling me, they was like, yo, I've been designing for like 6 years and I still haven't found my niche. A niche is something that's like that you're good at, like something like a topic and you're studying and you master it. And I was telling her, I'm like, surprisingly, she made me realize like I've been designing since 2010.
Wow.
I didn't realize it. Like in high school, I was designing buttons. I was selling buttons.
Wow.
I was selling T-shirts. I done had like 3-4 clothing lines. And I was telling her, like, honestly, when I had my daughter in 2019, that's when I realized like I had to do something. Like
Something
you know what I
different.
mean? Right. Like I always say that's when my life I was never like a street dude. I wasn't like, I always was doing stuff. But like my life with purpose started when I had my child.
That's when your real responsibility came in.
Yeah,
That's
because now
when
you have somebody to feed.
That's
at the
when
end
you
of the day.
should. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you know, us, if you hustling, you ain't got no money, you can go to your mama's house and eat. My daughter don't want cassava leaf. She's one. She want McDonald's. I need money for that. She wants this. So, like, that was my motivation. in 2019. So I'm like, something got to give. And then I think I didn't really pop, to be honest, or whatever, until like 2022. Relatively with this brand. By Holly Andro was only like 2.5 years old.
Wow.
And this 2.5 years, I can say, you know what I mean? It's like God knew I needed something. So like I always do my shows in Atlanta or whatever. And then like the year I was graduating college, I did a university theme and I designed like a varsity jacket just for me to wear. Just because, you know, I've always been designing, but I never really put it together as a business, but I've always been creative. So I made a jacket for myself to wear. And then like a few months later, Davido's creative director, I grew up with him, right? Shout out to Tycoon, my brother for life. He reached out to me. He's like, yo, you made this jacket? I was like, yeah. He was like, because he remember when we was growing up, I always was creating. But again, I never really took myself serious, right? Because I was working at McDonald's actually back
You're
in the days.
hustling.
Yeah,
Bro.
just hustling. And then when he asked me, he was like, yo, make one for 30 BG. That's when he had that song 30 billion for you. So that's when he started making like 30 BG a thing. They started referring to themselves
Like
as
a
30
label.
BG.
Yeah, like
Right.
That was like
So he was like, make this jacket for David. So I made it, I pulled up to David crib, and then I made one for him and I made one for it had his name on it. He wore it. Obviously the whole crew wanted it. But then David followed me. He's real. Like if you work with him, you meet him, he's gonna follow you. Like, he's real.
Dave's a real person.
He's a real person. And then
Yes.
like a year later, he DM'd me himself. I guess as he just following me, he realized like, oh, this is just not just a jacket nigga. This nigga is actually like fly. He knows what he's doing. He randomly DM'd me. He was like, yo, Afro Nation, Vegas, tomorrow, fly to Atlanta, ride the jet with us.
Dang.
Of course. And this was a whole year later. So I went to Atlanta. I ended up not even going to Atlanta to get the jet. I ended up going from New York, right? Because he hit me mad late. Celebrities don't know they don't understand time.
They
They were just
you got to go through. You got
Yeah.
to move things around.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Davido for continuing to show Liberians mad love. Bro.
OD.
Yeah,
Good
big
person.
shout out to David. Yeah, I mean, he
OD.
done that. He's still doing it. A
Good person.
a
Shout
bigger
out
respect
to
to you, David. That's what's up. Much love. Appreciate it a whole lot.
Yeah. So and then when I made the jacket for him, he was like, I'm going to Afro Nation. So this was a whole year later. This goes into like how I started making like jackets and stuff like that. That's why I just feel like it's God, bro, because I never knew I was gonna be the jacket guy. So then he was like, yo, pull up the Afro Nation, right? Me being the creative I was. That year, my show was about like going back to Africa, Marcus Garvey. My whole philosophy is like one Africa, Pan-Africanism. You know what I mean? The only way we can move forward if we come together, because I feel like Africa could be very divided, right? And you gotta understand, this is Liberian, Sierra Leonean kid that's highly respected. Whether we want to admit it or not, Nigeria is far like advanced than a lot of us, right? I like to
Facts.
refer to them as the
Facts.
Asians of Africa, whether we want to admit it or not. Only a smart person would know that. Like, it's not even about like who's better, it's smarter, right? In
Not
terms
debate.
of the doings, right? So like, I've always been around those type of people. So like, I always said I'm gonna use my platform because I'm respected by these people and let them know
Introduce
we
your
here,
people.
we here. Like Liberians is here. Y'all gonna respect us by force because. I'm not gonna lie. Years ago, bro, it used to bother me when you in a club. You know how you be in a club, they be like, "Yo, we got Africa in the house, we got Nigeria in the house, we got like Ghana in the house." They never say Sierra Leone or Liberia,
yeah,
and that shit used to bother me. So I was like, as soon as he hit me, because that show, I did a jacket with like a bunch of African flags on there, right? It was for myself again. Another year, I did a jacket for myself. It was just for myself. I wasn't trying to sell it or nothing. So then I was like, Afro Nation. So that year. When I made that jacket, I realized I was missing a few countries. But I didn't think that deep into it because it's just me. I'm not Davido. I'm not famous. So when I wore it, people know my heart. It was just to get the point across. I really want to wear this jacket. So I wore it. I didn't get a chance to get the rest of the flags. I was missing like a few. Ironically, Sierra Leone was one of the ones missing.
Dang.
So Davido hit me months later. So Afro Nation, again, he hit me the day before. So I'm like, yo, bet. I'm pulling up. I'm like, it's a smart idea. I can put this jacket on him. It has the African countries on there.
Yeah.
You wear it. Next day. Went everywhere.
That shit blew up.
Blew up. And then niggas, they was looking, you know, I got Liberian Sierra Leone in my bio. They was like, oh, Sierra Leone, man, how you styled the video, you put him, you don't represent yourself. Cause you know, we have an issue with a lot of us not liking ourselves. I get it.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
They be, you know, a lot of people don't like to say, oh, I'm Liberian, I'm Sierra Leone.
Because they don't understand, bro.
Yeah, so
they
like
really
they thought I was one of
understand.
those.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, this ain't what this is. But I wasn't about to pass on this opportunity. But now that I got your attention, cool. I did an interview with this one page. I was upset. It's like a shade room type page for Sierra Leone. And then one of the dudes,
I know they didn't play with you, right?
man, one of the dudes was like going crazy. Shout out to Fried Soup and DMV. He kind of like the ambassador for like Sierra Leone and the DMV. So I'm like, yo, bro, add him on this call. So I'm like, you know what, Frost Hoop, I'm gonna make you a jacket, a Sierra Leone jacket, especially for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a jacket especially for you. And I said, I'm gonna fly in, I'm gonna give it to you, right? So I flew to DC, gave it to him. He went on live, went crazy. How I knew I had something, other countries was saying, oh, make this for us, make this for Nigeria, make one for Ghana, make one, like I got something. So that's when I started making jackets. So it just happened, something negative. And that's when, of course.
That's
when
when you found your niche.
That's when I found my niche. And then I was like, you know what? I got their attention. Guess what the next jacket I dropped? Liberia.
And I know that one went crazy.
Beautiful.
2.5 years later, I still haven't dropped Nigeria. Nigeria been done. I've been designed Nigeria. It's a master plan.
Beautiful.
And that Liberia jacket went crazy. Everybody
crazy. And I want to say this on live right now. Shout out to Liberia. Nothing I do. I'm not money driven. Nothing I do is for money. But Liberia shows me the most love till this day. And I done dropped Ghana and everything.
Yo, guess what? Me and this guy had a conversation, right? And I told him how supportive Liberian people are.
Man.
But people don't understand, right? Liberian people are very supportive.
Yeah.
But they're not going to give their money to anybody.
Yeah.
You got to create something of value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Because I've been having this event for like, you know what event that you was at the you did the panelist for in Houston?
Yeah, facts. It's
gonna be my 5th year this year. Liberian people, they support me.
Yeah.
OD.
They come
travel.
outside.
So 100%, bro. Listen.
So I would never let you talk about people like that.
No,
man.
listen.
God.
Bro.
To this day, even on the way here, bro, somebody just ordered 2 more Liberia jackets on the way here.
Bro. What are you talking about? Your people, bro. It's my people. We're not talking about individual love, bro. We're talking about explosive because we need more than 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10. That's my point.
I keep showing them though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think the problem with a lot of people who want to get into the creative space that designing clothes, that making music, they're not doing what they gotta do to actually make it make sense. You feel me?
Yeah, because I see a lot of.
But if you listen to Dr. Holly right here, bro, everything I learned from him, bro. It's consistency.
Yeah.
The first time he ever designed a body, that was in 2010. Like he knew he was made for this, and that's 15 years. I mean that was 13 years later before he got his niche.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it's consistency is the key, bro. I mean,
and not just consistency. I want to say this on this platform now because I'm sure a lot of Liberians listen to this, and just for future reference, to clear because I get a lot of people that was like, oh, let's work. I'm Liberian too. I'm Sierra Leonean too. It takes more than that. At the end
collaboration.
Of the day, no, I'm down to collaborate, but I want to push my people. I want to push my people to push themselves to create quality stuff. I don't care where you're from. You could be my blood brother. If your shit is whack, bro, and it don't move me, when I see your clothes, for lack of a better term, I want my clothes to look like I'm seeing a baddie. Like I want to feel, you know, how you see a woman, you be like, nah, she bad,
bro.
It's a feeling you get, and it's like I want people to design and get that feeling.
Dr. Hall.
My man, when I saw that sweatsuit, that's how I felt. Like, God damn,
I need that.
That.
You feel me,
bro? Dr. Hall, right? So you see my brother right here. Like he suffered from cold, so I think he needed one of this jacket, bro. Because this jacket, like I got it all, it's like fire.
That jacket warm,
right?
so
warm, bro.
For sure, it's quality.
I don't know.
It's quality.
It's leather, bro, but I don't know. This shit is like fire, man.
Yeah, substance. Please, I urge my people.
Super hot.
Like
push
yourself. I'm down to work, but we gotta make an impact, bro. I'm not about money. Yeah, you got hella followers who can make money. That's cool, but impact. Like you, so when you had me, bro, I came to Houston.
No,
for you.
definitely.
When I saw your stuff, I'm like, oh yeah,
definitely.
I know, and I was like, I gotta be a part of this. I went to Houston, paid for my own shit, everything. I'm like, I gotta be a part of this. And I went to the one you just did in the what was that, DMV?
Yep.
I pulled up. I don't be outside.
That,
for J Biz, when he told me about this, I'm like, because I know everything. Even when I walked in here, I'm like, this what I expected.
So
you know
for those of you, so for those of you who be disrespecting my boy J Bay, just stab that bullshit. You understand what I'm talking about? We got great people coming here.
Yo, talking about J Biz in the club.
What are you talking about?
In Ghana, posting people like, yo, LIB, he never leaves LIB. Bro, I respect J Biz 100%.
He be pushing the culture from beyond the scene.
No, that's fact.
Yeah, that's great. Bro, Dr. Hall. You see, I switch your name right now to Dr. Hall. Yeah, Dr. Hall, bro. I mean, you did an exhibition for Musu, bro. I mean, Musu?
Yeah.
So this is the thing about me in school, right? I always used to love the favorite Kobo shop back home that's in Musu. Because there's something about Musu Kobo shop, right? They always agree to give you 2 soup. When you want beans on the side, and your casari, they will slap it there. Ain't no problem with Mamusu, bro. So you did a whole exhibition. So what inspired that name Mamusu, bro?
So like I said, I was born in Sierra Leone, and we came here during a war, right? My first few years in Sierra Leone is pretty much a war, right? That's all I knew. And I remember my mom, all of us we was trying to escape Sierra Leone. And luckily we went through a refugee camp in Guinea. I stayed in Guinea for like 7-8 months. And we had my auntie here, Musu. At the time, I didn't know who she was, obviously, because I was born there and she was already in America. But she had a great government job. She was able to file for us, right? It was 13 of us. She was able to get all of us here in America. And we was in a 1-bedroom apartment in New York City, right? It was kind of like my grandma and her apartment because she still had another apartment, but that was like where we all was at. And later on, my Auntie Musu ended up dying in I think like 2013 or something like that when she died. But I always respected her because she didn't have to do what she did, right? And when I was growing up, and it was one of my situations where this was my first event that I was doing in New York. And I wanted to pay homage to her because this was like my introduction to New York. Again, I don't really go outside. I've been living in New York for mad long, but like I be everywhere, right? But I don't really be outside and shit. So this was like my reintroduction to New York. And I remember she the one that gave me my introduction to America, to New York. So I wanted to pay homage to her.
That's great, bro. Super amazing.
That, you feel me? And with that expedition, she died from ALS. And then like she was a very powerful woman. And at the age, I was too young back when I was growing up, like it was 3 of us. My mom had 3 of us. You know, all my cousins, all of us. But I was like I was the youngest, but I was the most like bad, right? Right? I wouldn't even say bad because there's no such thing as a bad kid. I was the most misunderstood, right? And I would always get in trouble, like, bro, like when you're at elementary school and then like in the morning you have breakfast and y'all learn, and then y'all have nap time, and then when y'all wake up it's time to play before you go home. My schedule for school was I go for the morning, breakfast, I learn, and I leave. No nap time, no play time. That's how bad I was. To the point where I ended up eating. My mom, they said at some point, and at some point I came at 4. So around 8, my mom and them left. My mom left when we was 7. She went to Atlanta to do nursing school. I was so bad that they shipped me back to my mom in like within months because I got kicked out of school and everything. So I never really had a relationship with Auntie Musu. I used to think she didn't like me because I was so bad. Like every year they used to threaten me to send me back home. But I knew that wasn't the case because we ain't had no money. So I knew they couldn't afford to take me back.
About to fight the team.
Yeah, cause like, come on. So I never really got a chance to tell her that the things that she instilled in me, I was too young then to understand. But now that I'm older, it worked. Because after I stopped getting misunderstood, because it goes back to the African booty scratcher shirt. It was the bullying and all that. And how I know it wasn't instilling me to be like a street boy. Because to this day, I'm 31. I still have no criminal record. I don't know what a jail look like. I don't know what handcuffs feel like. I've never been in a cop car. Nothing, right? So I knew it was nothing, never wrong with me. It was just me being misunderstood. So I really believe all those whoopings and all those things she used to tell me, now that I'm an adult, it's just instilled in me, and I see myself telling my kid the same thing. So that's why I really wanted to pay homage to her. And she was a very strong woman. And even by the time she died, when she was in the hospital, that's when I realized the whole time, you know what I mean? She was going through things. Like, she didn't have no kids. I didn't know that she had, like, mad miscarriages. I didn't know she was in an abusive relationship. Right. So all these things you didn't know, all while she's dealing with us and all that. So that's why, to this day,
still raising you well.
You feel me? I have a lot of respect for Auntie Musu. That's why I had to, like, shed her name and, like, shed light on her name and let people know, like, I wouldn't be nothing without Auntie Musu, because ain't no telling what we would have been back there, because we didn't have no means. Like, you know what I mean?
Imagine, I was thinking about it the other day too.
A moment
like,
of silence.
I was saying, like,
just a moment of silence. Yeah, just to take a moment of silence for Auntie Musu. Yeah.
Let's clap for Auntie Musu.
And that's it. And that's it. I mean, she raised a man.
Yeah,
she raised a great man.
She raised one of the biggest international designers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
In the world right now,
spreading the legacy, bro.
For sure.
I mean, that's great, bro.
Yeah, definitely, my man. So, like, it's always good, right, to give people their flowers, right, and to always understand, like, we all where we are today from other people making sacrifices. She could have dealt with other stuff with her time, her money, but she decided to bring her family into a country,
sacrifice,
to give them a different opportunity. Because in Africa,
a lot of people won't do that.
Yeah, because in Africa,
a lot of people won't do that.
In Africa, right? One thing about Africa, bro, I don't know. Like, I'm still fighting myself with that idea. I'm thinking, like, maybe if you would have still been in Africa, I think you probably would have still been who you are today, bro.
You think so?
I don't know.
Because, we're talking around the time with child rebels and all that.
It's a dream killer. He's right.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? There's some people in Africa who are still there, who are doing who are doing well.
On
Bro.
Yeah.
God. On God.
You feel what I'm saying to you? So like we'll never know. Maybe God's the one that may all this happen for you, man. But like I said, I want to know like what really like inspire you, like bro, to actually like be like, okay, I can make anything. I can name my clothes anything, but I'm gonna actually
I can be
tell my
anything.
story.
Yeah.
You understand? Tell my story through these clothes and let people know where I'm from and represent like where I'm from.
Yeah.
Like what inspired you to take that journey?
I think, like I said, it goes back, I think, with being misunderstood. I've always, bro, my confidence level has always, even when we didn't have shit, bro. I used to go to school ashy with bullshit on, but like my mind, it's like, why y'all laughing at me? What's wrong with me? You feel me? Looking back at it, like, yeah, y'all was wilding, mommy. Like, why did y'all make me go to school with these sandals on? But like, I never in my mind thought nothing was wrong with me. To this day, my confidence level has always been high. So it's like, I've always felt like I had to prove like nothing is wrong with me, bro. Like what something wrong with y'all clearly. So like with the designing, it's like it goes into the storytelling. Like I feel like I'm still telling people about myself. Even like how I just shared the Auntie Musu. Like in order to you to understand why somebody do what they do and why they have so much fire inside of them, you have to know where they come from.
Yeah, the
you
reality.
feel me? You feel me? So like I feel like that's what really inspired me because I still feel like I'm telling my story. And now at this point, it's beyond me. It's bigger than me. I'm telling everybody's story because now that I'm voicing it, I'm realizing that we all live the same lives. A lot of people can relate. Because back then, I didn't know that all of us was getting bullied. I didn't know, literally, everybody lived the same lives. As soon as you see that shirt, you resonated with it because you know. When you're young, you don't know, like, everybody's getting picked on. I'm thinking it was just me. Like, what's wrong with me? Like,
what's wrong with
you know, it was a time where you couldn't be dark-skinned, bro. Shout out to the Burner Boys and all that now, girls liking them. But it was a time where if you didn't look like Chris Brown, forget it. That girl is not talking to you.
Not talking
Nah,
shit.
bro. Other girls don't like his money, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's
With
true.
David, bro, he's cool. They
Yeah.
like it, David, for real.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
The thing about
David,
I
a fun man, brother.
Yeah, I came across David a couple of times.
Yeah,
Cool
David's
guy.
a fun guy.
Nah, he is,
like,
he is.
bro, like I said, like for me, the reason why like I'm always tapped in with like my people who actually out there representing us and working hard because I understand what it takes to get there. I understand the level of sacrifice you have to make to put yourself in these positions in these situations. Like and like that show you did in Atlanta. Like what was the process of the creative side behind that idea, like bringing that to life?
Yeah, and like you saying with the shows, I've been having shows in Atlanta, fashion shows for like 13 years. I just did my 13th show, and like I said, I've been designing. It was a time where I didn't design. I'm the type of person like if I don't have inspiration, nothing, like I'm not gonna stop the show. I'm just not gonna show no clothes. I'm not gonna force anything. So like I went mad years without showing no clothes, but I started getting back in my groove the last 2.5 years with Holly Andro. So I had my stuff in there, but the whole concept of Young Atlanta is to basically give other youth and other young people, misunderstood people, other creatives like myself a platform. And like now my whole rhetoric is like African history and Black history, so I try to tie that into everything I do. Most recently, the show I did in November is about the Negro League, because although I am African, I'm big on Africanism and stuff, but I'm also a Black man that was raised in America, so I deal with Black issues
too.
You feel me? So like I was telling a story about the Negro League. It was a time where athletes, you couldn't play national anything because of your skin color, right? So baseball players wasn't in a professional league, so they created their own shit, and that's kind of like my vibe. Like, you know what I mean? Tyler Perry said, if there's no seat for you at the table, create your own damn table. You feel me?
Facts.
We've been doing that for ages, Black people. So like, I like telling these stories. So I wanted to tell the story of the Negro League. But at the end of the day, the African in me, the Black man in me, I got to go big on big. Like, okay, so they play that baseball field and stuff like that. Fuck that. We're going to I rent out a whole stadium. Georgia Tech,
that.
one of the top schools in Atlanta. A whole stadium I rented out. Dolo, independent. No sponsors, no investors, no anything. 13 years straight. No sponsors, no investors. This is straight grind, straight word of mouth. The streets love it. It's for the people. It's a FUBU approach, for us, by us. If your shit is real, if it's authentic, people going to feel it. It resonate with people. God is going to, long as it's real and you're not too sales driven, money driven, I promise you, God is going to see it. And I really believe God uses me to show people like certain things, and it just work, bro. I'm not rich, you know what I mean, but like it worked. But I've been doing this 13 years. I haven't skipped a year. There's been times, you know, as a hustler, it's fluctuating.
Dr. Hall, listen, Dr. Hall, right?
Yes, sir.
This journey is way bigger than you. You know, I mean, this mission is way bigger than you. You diversify, taking the culture to another level. I mean, this is not your world alone, my boy. If you sitting here, right now, at this moment in this space and everything, you you put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
It's gonna go as far beyond greatness, my boy.
Amen.
Yeah,
Well, man,
because
you
just the
understand?
name alone, African.
You scratch it,
You know how many
a
kids
lot of stories.
was bullied because of that, bro? You know how many people went through all of that and stuff like that, and today. It's a brand that you got people associating with. So
She telling a lot of
you a
people stories.
prophet, bro.
Yeah, I
She-
appreciate
Being
it.
a
hats?
prophet, being a prophet,
his hat,
is-
bro.
yeah, being a prophet. is
Even
not
with
about-
those hats, I don't even
Being a
refer to it as
prophet-
a hat. It's a crown.
So a lot of
you're a
time-
king. You know what I mean? Kings and queens wear
Exactly,
crowns.
bro. So being a prophet is not all about the Bible, bro. It's telling the story, the past, bringing the past to the present and erasing it, diversifying it, and bringing the reality of everything that people despise and say no. You was wrong about it, bro. That's a whole different mission and a vision, bro. So Dr. Hall, the whole continent is super proud of this.
Definitely, my man.
Yeah.
You telling like
Yeah.
you got a lot going on because like with you, like your brand is not about yourself.
Nah.
Nah, it's bigger than me.
Like it's bigger than you, and it's also speaking to other people too. That's why when you got like that's what you got on, my man.
And I feel like-
Anybody who passionate about being a Liberian,
Yeah.
has Liberian at heart, gonna want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Just instantly.
Yeah, and see, not to cut you off, you said anybody that's Liberian to have Liberian in the heart. My thing is, my rhetoric, I dig deeper than that. Like my Liberian brother right here, he's wearing a Ghanaian jacket, and it's making me happy because my big thing is like I feel like Africa is divided. So me, of course, it's given Liberians is gonna like it. That's cool. But my thing is, if I can get a Ghanaian to buy this, it makes me happy. When I can get a Nigerian, bro, I have Nigerians in Atlanta rocking the LIB jacket. You and I both know. Before Holly, no Nigerian is wearing nothing Liberia. They don't wear nothing. It's like, you know what I mean?
The only thing they're doing Liberia is sleeping with all women there.
Hey, with our woman there, you know now.
Especially,
You know now.
especially the Echo Money, bro. And a lot of baby behind.
You know now. So like it makes me happy seeing like even like I just posted this on my Instagram on the way here. A Ghanaian photographer DM me was like, yo, let me know I need that. I'm gonna pull up and get that. So it's like
That thing fire, I ain't gonna lie.
you feel me? So like my thing is when I design, it's like how can I get someone that's not from that country or not from that? It's a given. Of course you're gonna want it. You from Liberia that resonates with you. But how can I get a non-African to wear it? How can I get someone from Ghana, South Africa, like Sierra Leone, any other country to wear it? That's my thing to connect us. Cause like you will wear a Jamaica hoodie any day. You will wear a Mexico hoodie or whatever, Pablo Escobar any day.
Facts.
And why do Africans feel like the countries are like gangs or too territorial? I don't like that. So my thing is trying to break this diversity and break this you know what I mean, and bring people together. And like you should be able to rock any country. That's why I tell myself like I'm a product of the continent. I'm not just Sierra Leonean. I'm not just Liberian. I'm African. I'm a product of the entire
You're on a
continent.
different mission, my boy.
feel me?
Yeah,
That's
that's
powerful,
a
though.
vision.
You feel me?
Yeah,
That's
you're not
powerful.
limited.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So like even like I recently just styled Davido like 2 weeks ago. He doesn't know, but I got a whole bunch of clothes from this designer from Togo. One of the hats he's wearing is like a Togo flag. In the video that I posted about it, well I ain't posted yet, I even said it's like I'm still trying to push my message. Now he didn't book me to come push my message over, but I'm still finding a way to still.
Look.
Now when people from Togo see that, they're like, yo, this nigga got Davido wearing
Nah, but it's
rocking
fire,
Togo.
though. At the end of the day, like what you doing, you putting quality on people.
Uh-huh.
And everybody like quality.
A lot of beautiful
You feel
things
me?
based coming off of Liberia, bro. Out of Liberia, bro. That's-
Quality.
yeah, I mean, that's
so-
great, bro.
Bro, it's crazy. Like a couple of years ago, like a lot of Liberians was losing hope, not understanding like we actually have people, Liberians, who actually doing things. That's why we created this space to kind of be able to bring y'all over here, so y'all can let the people know.
Know
Yeah,
y'all.
I'm Liberian, I'm here.
We did.
Yeah, let them know y'all.
We here.
Yeah. So Holly,
what I mean?
man, like I said, bro, you for me, I'm not really big on like fashion.
Yeah.
But like for your shit, like I'll throw it on.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Definitely.
I appreciate
I'm not
that.
I'm not really
Definitely.
like individual who like look too much deep into clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the way you did that suit, my man.
Yeah.
Bro,
The way you got that jacket going on.
like
bro.
I don't know
Yeah.
for some reason, bro, because you know I punch a lot, so then my hand have problem, bro. For some reason, I
You
don't
put
know.
a jacket on your face,
Bro, I don't know because of galaxies and stuff like that, bro. I feel
That's
great,
funny.
bro.
I appreciate it.
So
I
healing,
appreciate it.
like, you selling healing.
Yes.
All that.
So Dr.
Yeah.
Hall, tell me, bro. I mean, you already dressed Davido, the gut. When it comes to Afrobeat, one of the most influential African ever, my boy. So if we throw that back home in Liberia, who's your favorite influential that you think you might want to see wearing this beautiful masterpiece and stuff like that, bro?
Honestly, like I wouldn't pinpoint anybody. Like I was just saying, it goes back for me, it makes me happy seeing someone from a different country wear it. So like me seeing, if I can get Tyler in a Liberia tracksuit, Kiss Daniel in a Sierra Leone outfit, if I can get Davido to wear a South Africa or something, if I can get Wizkid to wear Ethiopia, my big thing is to get it to where I'm breaking this division between different countries and like making it to, you know, go back to the philosophy of the Marcus Garvey and the Kwame Nkrumah. Like the only way Africa can push forward, it sounds simple because it's just clothes.
Yeah.
But if you dig deep into it, imagine if we all actually stuck together. Do you understand how powerful? I don't think people understand how powerful Africa is, how big Africa is. Imagine if we all, imagine you started a business with a Nigerian,
I do understand
and you
that,
started a
bro.
business for somebody with South Africa, and like y'all bridge that gap. You feel what I'm saying? Like imagine you get King D to headline a show or do a show in South Africa. Why? Because you did a connection with a South African promoter or something like that. Yes, it's cool if he can go to Liberia and go crazy. We expect that, right? You're supposed to do that.
That's normal.
But you feel me? But what makes me happy is seeing King D performing in South Africa. You feel me? Like things like that. That's why I was like, and it's not to get acceptance, it's more so showing unity. So like how can you get, it's like kind of like as a family, right? Let's say if you're a family, if we brothers and you see me and him fighting all the time, how would you respect us if you're not in the family? You see what I'm saying?
That's how the other people don't respect us.
You see now. So like, if you come in the house and you see me and my brother get along,
Nice.
you know for a fact you're gonna respect
You
that
have no
family.
choice. If you don't respect us, two our beauty together. I see it.
So they have to see us respecting each other for them to respect us. Because Africa is powerful. We just got to get, you know what I mean? It's way deeper than what I'm
Unity.
saying is, I'm just saying the surface level. It gets way deeper.
You definitely dropping some good gems.
You feel me?
So I mean, so that's the base. It's not really about faction and all of that. That's way about storytelling.
Oh,
bro.
for sure.
And
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 unity.
you just sat here and you just taught us a whole lot about unity, togetherness, and that's the key, bro.
Yeah, so
100%.
like,
Much
so
respect
like,
out the whole. Yeah.
like I know you just headline your first New York Fashion Week show. How what was the experience with that?
It was amazing. People, I did a pop-up and exhibit just to basically tell that story, to pay homage to my Auntie Musu. And honestly, I was scared. I've always been scared to do events outside of Atlanta because, I was raised in Atlanta from like 8 to like 21. And then I only promoted it for like 9-10 days. We had over 500 RSVP. I was afraid we wasn't even going to have 50. Over 500, me, myself, like just a Holly show. It wasn't like with no other designer, no other artist, no, just Holly, just Musu Holly. So like that was big. So now I'm just about to take that on the road. And I'm seeing like the people rocking with me, and I got real love because as artists we often get in our head and feel like people don't rock with us, or of course you're gonna always feel like you should be bigger than what you are. We deal with those things as artists. So like seeing the real love in person, it lets me realize like you're appreciated. People appreciate your work. Because how I equate how far I've come is listening to other people. When you're in it, you don't realize. Like if you must have meet somebody now that you didn't see in years, or they've been paying attention, they tell you, "Yo, I see you, my brother. You working."
Definitely.
And that's how you kind of equate. Be like, "Oh, damn." You think about it. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I am working. And you don't realize, like, I did this, damn, I just had a show. Damn, I just did another show. Damn, I'm about to go I did a pop-up in Sierra Leone. You don't think about it as you're going. As creators, you just go. You don't really sit on stuff too long. As futurists, you're always thinking about the next. You know how that go, bro.
Next
You already think about December. You feel me?
Because in the creative space, your next is your best.
Yo, oh, God.
No matter what you did before, nobody.
Oh, God.
Because everything's moving like this. So we always thinking like that. We always moving. Like I said, my
And
man.
you're not satisfied, bro.
Yeah, you never
Yeah,
be
you
satisfied.
want
Never.
more.
You want
Uh-huh.
more. Are you consistent again, creating new ideas,
Yeah.
pushing it out? You haven't reached the place in your life that you feel, yes,
Yeah.
I've made it.
Yeah, I probably never get to that point. I never honestly would never get to that point. And I often say like real artistry artists, you're usually idolized and honored, after your passing or whatever.
That's it.
Unfortunately, that is what it is. So, but I just wish I
That's
get
it.
to a point where I can like kind of relax a
You
little
can
bit
feel
and
it small
appreciate
before
it.
you can feel
Small,
You can feel it small before
You
that
feel me?
big go, right?
You feel me? Because it's not about money. At the end of the day, bro, I can make $1 million right now. It's not about money. My thing is impact. What
Facts.
impact have I left? When you die, they don't put up your bank account. They put up people in the wedding. People in your funeral are talking about the things you've done, or how you treated people, the impact, the kids, the amount of kids that you inspired, the amount of people. You know what I'm saying? How you treated people. That's my
major,
main
though.
focus.
100%, bro.
You feel me?
I believe that.
Yeah.
That's a major. So I saw you was in Paris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Paris Fashion Week. Yo, I gotta Next year I'm going.
Are we outside?
Yeah,
we outside.
I definitely gotta be there too. And how was that experience, man?
was
Going there,
beautiful.
styling David with this hat. I'd seen David wearing this hat.
Yeah, it was
this
beautiful.
masterpiece. How was that?
It was beautiful. When I went out there, I really went out there to market my Cameroon jacket. Again, I'm a product of the continent. I went to a kid super show. I was only out there for like a day and a half. You know, I often say I'm a full-time dad, a part-time, designer. So like, I was only able to go for like a day and a half, and it was amazing the amount of love that I had. Funny enough, shout out to Stoneboy. One of the shows, you know what I mean? Like when you on Instagram in real life is different. Like, bro, you gotta hustle in life, bro. Like I got in one show, I wasn't even invited to. I'm standing at the door, fresh as hell. Paparazzi taking my picture. They thinking I'm somebody. Cameroon jacket. I'm fresh.
But you are somebody.
You feel me?
You are somebody. Bro. What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? But
Bro,
like,
you Dr. Hall.
you feel me? So I'm standing at the door. That's why it's like relationships is good. Stoneboy. Shout out to my brother Stoneboy. I got a great relationship with him because of that jacket. I met him in like DMV. Like when I first dropped that jacket, he loved it. I met him in the studio. He remembered me. So I'm standing at the door. You know, you got pride. I don't want it to look like, because I tried to get in. My man sent me the flyer, but it didn't work because you can't scan it twice. So I'm standing there.
It's a special event.
Bro, I'm standing there. I'm like, how I'm about to get in this show? At that point, David was already in there. You know, you don't want to hit people up. I came late. So I'm standing out there. Stoneboy came. He said something to me. He's like, yo. He's like, damn, you came all the way out here from DC? I'm like, nah, bro, I live in New York. He was like, yo, that's crazy. They mobbing. Of course, I look like them. They fly black niggas. So I walk in with them. He don't even know I got in because of him. Shout out to Stoneboy. But like, it was, you know what I mean? Like, we talking. I'm keep the conversation.
Right, walking through the door.
How the French girls,
You know what I mean? And this was like a star-studded show. Like, this is a big show, like invite only. So like, it was amazing. Like, and life hustle, bro. Hustle. Some shows I get invited to, some I don't. It don't matter. Do what you got to do, bro. Go out there. Book that flight. Go out there. Push yourself. I'm there now. I met Charlie Puppy. I met mad people at that show. You know what I mean? Changing contacts, meeting people.
They want to throw that shit on now.
You feel me? They taking pictures of the jacket. Cameroon jacket went up. I'm pushing the NFL players. Like one NFL player walked up to me while I was in that show. He's like, nah, that jacket hard. He's like, give me your Instagram. I took his Instagram. I didn't even know who he was. My phone died. I went home. I looked. I'm like, damn, that was an NFL player. You feel me? So like people like that, that's why it's like I love traveling and meeting people, believing in yourself, walking in any room with confident, walking like you're supposed to be in there. You feel me? They didn't know I just snuck in with Stoneboy. We in there. You feel me? It was years. Kanye West. This is after he was Kanye. It's a famous picture that I used to post on my Facebook. Him and all his homies, fresh as hell. They wasn't invited to no show. Fresh as hell outside. Every picture they took was outside. They didn't get into no show. And that was the most influential. That picture went up more than any fashion show. And that's what introduced Kanye to like
fashion.
The next one, they all respected his shit. So you got to do what you got to do. You feel me? Next one, we're going to be out there. Me, you, Muso. Let's have that shit on. Stand there.
We just had that shit on.
You feel me?
There in Paris.
They'll look at you like,
nah,
bro.
4 of us, bro.
Right?
That makes it 4 of us.
Let me tell you something about it's so crazy. We don't understand. Yo, Africans everywhere. So Fashion Week next year, we throwing something in fashion.
Yeah.
We're going to throw an event out there in Paris.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's what we're going to do.
How's the French girls, bro? Are they beautiful?
Yeah, I mean, they straight. I don't really be French girls. I be on my Dr. Umar shit. African shorties.
Crazy.
That's
Dr. Umar.
You know what I mean? African, Black Americans.
Everybody come from Africa, right?
Yeah, now that's true, but like the you talking when you say French, you talking about like the French shorties, like the European,
Nah, I'm talking about the French.
like the African French.
No, the French.
Like
French.
No. That's not
Everybody
my,
come from Africa.
that's not my stilo.
Oh, why you don't like the flat butt?
That's not my stilo. I like my queens, my Black American queens, my African queens.
Like the black and berry.
100%,
Bro,
100%.
African women are something else.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
100%,
bro.
100%.
Yeah, my man. I see like for you, when I go on your page, whatever, when I see your stuff published, a lot of stuff about your daughter. Like I think she played like a key life in everything you do in your life. She played a major role in your life. So like kind of just highlight that about her. Let's just before we wrap it up, let people just. Yeah, I think a lot of inspiration comes from her.
Oh, 100%.
Is it because of her why you go so hard? Like
100%. And I feel like, again, I really feel like God put people in this world sometimes. Some people are here to live for other people, right? So like the things you do is to show people the example and inspire way more people. So like when I had a daughter, you know what I mean, it wasn't planned. You know what I mean? God bless my daughter is here. But it wasn't planned, right? As a creative, we always in pursuit. We always trying to get to the next level, And often people are discouraged when they get kids that's unplanned kids. They feel like, oh, it's over with. You know, I was in college when I found out I was having a kid or whatever. And then I didn't let that stop me. Actually, I used that as motivation. So like I want like other creatives and other people, like don't let your imagination and that 17-year-old kid inside of you die because you had a kid. Yes, you have responsibilities, you have things to take care of, but find a way to still be there for your kid. 100%. We don't promote deadbeats. 100%. Be there for your
Find a way
kid.
to be there for your
Be
kid.
there for your kid.
Yeah.
Find a way to still be there for your kid, but don't let your dreams die. Don't let your imagination and that creativity die. Whatever it is that you're doing, it don't have to be close. It can be anything. Even if you're a musician, give a damn if you're a magician or whatever the fuck you want to do. Keep that. Find balance. Life is about balance. Find balance. Don't get me wrong. The route might be slower. You know, like on the way here, I was telling you, I feel like if I didn't have a kid, I probably would be far than what I am now. It was a time a famous NFL player asked me, can I go to Fashion Week with him and just like go to shows, style him. I couldn't do it because I had my daughter. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of opportunities that you guys never knew about because I have a daughter. Even with Fashion Week. Fashion Week is like damn near a whole week. I'm only able to go a day and a half, 2 days. Why? Because of my daughter. Friday, I'm there. Saturday, Sunday, I got to be back by Monday to pick her up from school. I don't play about that. You know what I mean? Because then she gonna be standing there waiting on me to. She don't care that I gotta go to Paris. Yeah. She don't care about none of that. She just want her dad. So like if you find that balance, you'll be good. So don't let kids discourage you. Because I do it. I use her as my motivation, my inspiration. I try to get her involved. Like 2 weeks ago when I was styling David, I was going to different showrooms with her, letting her look at the clothes, asking for her opinion. Who knows? She might be bigger than me. She might be the next. Gucci or the next Balenciaga, the next whatever.
Facts, bro.
Who knows? All because she remember her dad used to do this, do that, do that. You feel me?
Amazing.
Facts. So Dr. Hall, bro. I mean, we know you're working on something, a whole lot of new ones, bro. But those masterpieces right here, bro. Yeah. Just share the link on where people can get these from.
Yeah, tell everybody like where
for sure.
Like where they can find your stuff.
For
like,
sure.
Where they can catch you and all that.
Holly Andro is the Instagram, HOLLYANDRO. Everything I do is on there. You know what I mean? Support, you know what I mean? Even if you can't buy, share it, let somebody else know about it. You know what I mean? It's deeper than just clothes, it's deeper than threads and cotton. It's deeper. It's our story, my story, your story. You know what I mean? Let's just keep pushing the culture forward. And if you're a young person that need advice or you got something cool and you want me to be involved, you know what I mean? Let me see it. You know what I mean? If it's somebody, it moves me, of course we could do it. If not, I'll give you the advice. Then hopefully you can circle back.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Because I see all the ancestor buttons on this stuff, bro. I think I'm gonna try a gunshot on this shit, bro. Because this shit probably be a fucking bulletproof. You never know. Because this stuff is warm, my boy.
Thank you, my brother. That's the Ghana. That was the Ghana jacket. That's actually was a special version. It's all leather. The one on the side is wool and leather. I did that for the PR. That was like the PR package for like all the influential Ghanaians and stuff. Like the Stone Boys and all them. That's the one King Promise. Shout out to King Promise. He showed love. He DM'd me right when I posted it. You know what I mean? He had me in New York. I was with him the whole day. Took me out to eat. He was like, whenever I'm in Ghana, I'm good. Again, I'm using this. It's bigger than just clothes. I'm using these things to connect. So now when they see, bro, and when I know my work is I'm doing good, I'm in a club now. It was this one big, I'm not going to put his name out, this one big like host in New York. I'm in the club. I know he saw me. He was like, yo, we got Africa in the house. And that day was the day he said, we got Liberia and Sierra Leone in the house. And I know he said it because I was in there. And that made me happy. You feel me? So one step at a time. We're going to get there. They're going to respect our shit.
No, they're going to have to.
Yeah.
They're going to have to, man. Like I said, big up to my brother for coming through, man.
God.
And staying on this couch with us, man.
Oh, God.
And we're going to double back here. We're going to talk more because he has more shit going on. He's going to continue applying pressure. And I want a word to know, there's Liberians out there who are doing great.
Super amazing. Super amazing.
And don't think this so mediocre stuff when you get Liberia. It's not just mediocre stuff.
Yeah.
That's why when I see other cats, right, that feel like they've reached a certain level, they haven't really done nothing yet. Yeah. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yeah. Humble yourself.
We really got steppers out here.
I didn't get to say that. Remain humble.
Remain humble. Bro.
Remain humble. It's a lot of dudes like, come on, bro.
And we're gonna tune up in the steppers on this couch. This is the stepper zone. So
you feel me?
We're gonna wrap it up, man. My brother Holly, big up to you, man.
Yes,
like
sir.
I said,
Dr. Hall.
I like that.
Dr. Hall.
Yeah, Dr. Hall, bro.
I like that.
Big up to you. Thank you for coming to Enterprise. This is a Liberian-based podcast where we're gonna just celebrate, promote, create and push out Liberian to the greatness.
100%. I appreciate y'all for having me for sure. It was
Bro.
very important for me to. I don't know if y'all knew what it
You know
took for me to get here.
It's
The way I missed
greatness.
my.
Bro, not it
I
good come easy.
came in this
my
bitch
boy.
4 hours
Not it
late and all
good
that. I
come
respect
easy.
y'all patience and all that.
No,
It made,
no.
hey, I had to be here. I dropped my daughter off at school. I told my mom, you got to pick up my daughter. I got to go to this. I have to go to this.
Much
It's-
love.
It's for
Appreciate you, my
LIB. It's
boy.
for J Biz.
Appreciate
You know what I mean?
you.
I gained a new brother here. Give me. You know what I mean? So
Nabil,
we
bro.
outside. You
Yeah,
feel
we
me?
out. Oh, we outside.
I
Definitely.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
So shout out
you.
to y'all. Shout out to LIB.
Appreciate you. Hey, brother Wax, the producer himself.
That was good? Okay.
That man, I made a few words. Oh, you can do that.
He'll talk